Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I'm going to be doing an anime first impressions and review on Yuri Kuma. Now, I just want to say this real quick. Before I even dive in and really talk about this first episode, I just want to say this real quick. Them translations, oh my god. Just like, oh my fucking god, them translations. Now, I'm thankful someone took the time to actually translate this first episode. I am very thankful for that. But, them translations, like, oh my god, it's just like, it was really, really hard to keep up with this episode because of them translations. I'm just gonna say it right now. So, if I mess up any names because of them translations, or if I got some information wrong, if this is an anime original, or if it's based on a manga or something, I'm very sorry. I'm just gonna state that right now. But anyways, this first episode of Yuri Kuma. Honestly, if you watched my Winter of 2015 video, most likely you saw me say I was most likely going to skip this series. And thanks to a bunch of Chibits talking me into it, I decided to give it a try and watch it. Also, because barely anything's been coming out, so I actually wanted to watch something new. That's one of the main reasons, too. But anyways, besides that, this episode. I know that the person who wrote this series is the same person that wrote Penguin Drum, and I want to be just straight out honest, I never really watched Penguin Drum. I mean, I watched 4 episodes of it, but it was not for me. Maybe it was because I was too young and I didn't understand the concept of it or something like that, but I just could never get into Penguin Drum. And I heard that this series most likely is going to be really good. It's based off from the same writer, and usually these type of series have some deep meaning. So, I jumped in the series and I'm giving it a chance. So, that's my quick little story before I actually get into it. So, overall, the series doesn't lie with its title. It does not lie. Yuri Kuma. It's about Yuri. If you love, technically Yuri couples and you love bears, most likely you're going to love this series. Now, I'm going to just say, I'm willing to bet that this series is going to have a deep meaning behind it, because I do know some aspects about Penguin Drum that I, technically have heard about, and I heard that it has a really good story. And, I mean, the main writer of this series usually has a very unique story. Like, it's very unique and it's different from the average anime series we normally see. And that's exactly what I see that is perceived to me when I actually watched this first episode. Even though the translations were god-awful, I could really tell that the story from this is very unique and quite different from anything I think that most likely this season of anime is going to give all of us. Because, for the most part, what's really unique about this is bears. These bears, technically, from what I understood, they actually are eating humans. They're going out of their way to eat fucking humans. And they went past this wall of, like, extinction, and they disguised themselves as humans to eat humans. And the thing is, okay, you have it to where there's also Yuri involved in this. Like, you have Yuri couples and stuff like that, which I'm still trying to get a grasp for what the real point of it is, but let's just say I'm going to put that aside for the moment. But the overall concept of these bears wanting to eat people, while the society behind a wall that's technically trying to survive and stay together and, I guess, survive against these bears, is kind of unique. It really is. It's a very unique concept, and honestly, I can't say I've really ever seen anything like it. I mean, the wall concept, of course, kind of reminds me of Attack on Titan, but I'm not going to say that this is Attack on Titan, because I'm willing to bet the translations kind of fucked up a lot of different things that most likely were going on this episode, and I did not get the full grasp and picture of what this series really has to show. But the things, though, I did see from this, and I understood, it's unique. It is really unique, and the aesthetics of the series really bring out the life of the series. That's one thing I do want to focus on. The aesthetics of this first episode really took me by surprise, and it reminded me of the Penguin Drum aesthetics I saw when I watched the first 4 episodes of Penguin Drum. The aesthetics are just really wacky, outlandish, but it really fits with the contrast of this series. And I mean, the designs of the characters look really freaking cool. Like, I love the bear designs. Those bears, the designs are really fucking kick-ass. But also, along with these cutesy aesthetic designs that, showcase like a cheerful type anime, there's a dark side to this series, which you can clearly see at the end of this episode. Now, at the end of the episode, you see this girl that technically went up missing. She disappeared, and supposedly from what we can understand as viewers, is that this girl is being devoured by these bears. And at the end of the episode, we see these bears eating this girl. And so, you can clearly see that this series has a dark side to it, and which has me kind of interested to see exactly what path this series will take, because I'm all for dark series. I love dark series. And, I mean, I love series that try to go back and forth between a cutesy top style that seems very innocent to a series that goes very dark, and that's exactly the type of vibes I am getting from this series when I watched this episode. It went from a very cutesy type atmosphere that was just very funny and fucked up, and you're like, what the hell's going on, to like one fan service moment with Yuri licking a flower, and I'm like, what the fuck, to one scene where you see these bears devouring on people, and it seems to get very serious. So, the overall way that this episode was perceived, it could possibly have mixed reactions from a bunch of viewers. I know for a fact that this series is going to be very controversial. For instance, there's going to be a lot of fans or a lot of watchers that look at this series and they're either going to say a couple of things. Either A, they're going to fucking love it because the aesthetics, the design, and the unique weirdness of the series, or you're going to be on the other side to say that this series is just so fucking dumb and weird. Like, who would want to watch a series about bears going across the wall of extinction to eat humans? At first glance, that sounds kind of dumb. I can't deny that, but I love the unique, and I love the weird, and that's exactly what this seems like. So, I think I want to give this a chance. The art style is really nice. I like the aesthetics of the art style. The voice acting is nice, and, I mean, I haven't seen a Yuri anime since Soccer Trick, so I need some more Yuri in my life, so I can definitely deal with the Yuri. The fan service, for the most part, it's not that distracting. I mean, there's some bizarre fan service in this episode. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that opening, like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, that opening, man. Damn. But besides the opening, the course of this first episode was rather tame for the fan service. So, yeah. So, we'll have to see. I'll definitely have to rewatch the first episode if it gets better translations. I definitely need to get a better grasp of the plot. But it hasn't done anything for me to say that it's bad. It seems like a very interesting series. And if you like the weird and the unique, and if you like Penguin Drum, most likely you might like this series. So go give it a shot. So, I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.